Would you classify yourself more as like an online learner or like a traditional learner? Do you?
Uh, Probably traditional, but I mean, I
And
don't think online is terrible. I just don't. I prefer traditional, but
and then like, do you prefer working in groups or like by yourself?
I like a little bit of both. It
Would
depends.
Yeah. So how do you think that's like impacted you like being online versus in the classroom? Do you like does your work style or learning style like is that affected in any way?
Um, I I feel like I mean yes because it's like I mean the whole thing is like I mean I kind of like do work most of the time the same way because I do a lot of my work individually, but I do sometimes work with other people and stuff, and it kind of stinks that I can't ever have that anymore, really.
Yeah.
Um, and like, I just think it feels very different because normally I have like I'm like in like a few clubs and stuff, and like in those, like I'm really like, I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Like I'm involved, I'm very involved in
Yeah.
them. And like, especially like, band and like my service frat. So like I'm like in those like a lot
Hmm.
and it's very and I also have like positions in like some of these things too and like I have like nothing going on with any of that anymore really because of this. I don't see those people and like normally I'll have like that interspace in my work time and like I'll work around it and like I'll still get my stuff done. But it's like I mean, I guess like it should be good because of the fact that like I have more time to do work, but I feel like it's just like it doesn't because instead of like having anything else, all I have is work. And it's like, I don't know, kind of just like, I don't know, kind of sad because you're just
Yeah.
like sitting here and like, I don't know if my work style's really changed. I feel like I just do more work, but yes, somehow I feel like I still have so much to do. So I don't know how that's possible because I'm like, all I have right now is work to do, really. I don't really do much else. So
So do you think like your like clubs and stuff gave you like a more structure so you could like do your work at certain times, or do you think it's like you just have more work now?
I mean, I feel like both. I don't know, because I feel like clubs they definitely gave me like it was more structured. Like when I was going to be doing work, I have been trying to structure when I do work, but sometimes it doesn't always work. Like
Hmm.
most time it does, but not always. Um, if I like set a schedule out for myself, it normally works decently well. But like, um, it's just like a lot to just be doing like the work all day and then not have any of the breaks of like the things where I get to like interact with people and stuff like that. Really, and it's like. Um, Yeah, it's like not kind of unfortunate. I would say, wait, what was the second thing? It was like,
Like, do you have structure? Like, does your extracurriculars give you structure, or
yeah,
are you just have more work? I guess that was.
yeah. And I feel like for work, I think there's a little bit more depending on the class, actually. Because I think, I mean, for Silva, I'm not sure if there actually is more work, but I feel like there's just a lot. So I feel like there might be. There also just might be how she does it. I don't know if she always does all those things because there's like a lot of like separate things, and I mean, we wouldn't have to do discussion posts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's extra stuff. Um, And then like for my chem lab, actually, there's like they have split up like certain assignments that they ask us to do to
Mhm.
like try to make it easier. But in a way, I think they're just whereas end up doing more work because like they separated everything. But like there's like a lot of like I think there was more sections or like at least for the I mean, I'm not sure about for the skills challenges. For the skills challenges, it just felt very hectic because there were so many like post due dates like in like a row, and it
Mhm.
was like a lot. And then for the like the stuff we're doing now with like the two like big project things, like we're doing the alloy challenge thing right now, where like I don't know with the brass and it's like they have like extra stuff for us to do. 'Cause there's like an individual thing. There's also like there's two individual things as well as the two like group pre and post lab things.
Mhm.
So it's like slightly more than what we'd normally have, I think. But Yeah, so there's some stuff where there's more too.
Yeah. So you started talking about like extracurriculars. Do you still have like Zoom meetings for those, or are those like kind of just like cut off and done?
Um, so it depends. Like, so for my two, because I'm like I have like four main clubs,
Mm.
and two of them are smaller because that's pause and period. So those are smaller. I'm on the exec for both of them, but we haven't really done anything really from either of them. So like that's been really like nothing. Like pause, we've been like sending out newsletters like weekly. And but like that's about it. We don't have any Zoom meetings though. For my other two bigger ones, which would be like marching band and APO. Marching band, it's like we have we normally don't really have much going on D term, so it's not like that big of a deal. But there was supposed to be this like listening party thing where we choose and vote on our marching show,
Hmm.
and that ended up having to be on Zoom, and that was interesting. It like went long, and it was like 4 hours long.
Oh,
Yeah, it was very long, but yeah, I don't know what my point was with that, but yeah, there was like a Zoom for that, and then for APO there are like some Zooms, like for like the I'm not actually on the exec now. I'm going to be for the next one,
okay.
so like there are Zoom meetings for the exec people for that one. I have gone to like one of them just as and then there's like other ones they'll do like try to like keep brothers like together. Like, there's like fellowships that they'll have and stuff, like where it's just like a Zoom thing and like we play a game or something. I haven't really gone to that many of them, but they do that. So
Hmm.
there's no like mandatory like ones for like the general like brothers though, because
Oh,
that would
okay.
just yeah, like they just have like they send out like the meeting slot because normally we'd have like a meeting once a week, but like we instead they like send out the slides on the day that we normally have the meeting,
Oh,
and
okay.
like yeah, we just look at them. But
Do you have like any other additional like stories about being notified or like your transition to online or like overall like or any like stories about like maybe how your friends have been affected, like if it's different from you?
mm, okay, um I feel like I covered pretty much everything with me. I mean, like because there was like the flight and that was wild. I don't know
Yeah.
because I was just happened to be flying, but like that was a kind of a shocker. For other people, I know like everyone was very upset about it. I also had like another thing that got canceled like the same day, right before WPI got canceled, just like that we were supposed to be. It was a leadership thing that was supposed to be happening that weekend, and like one of my
Mhm.
friends and I were going to be going, and I know that we both that was canceled first. We were like, oh no, and then WPI got canceled, so we were both upset about that.
Yeah.
I mean, like my good friend who like her IQP got ruined. She was very upset about that. For
Yeah.
yeah, she was really mad about that, and I was mad for her. So actually, I was very angry actually during at that point too. I was like, what the heck? And then like it made sense and stuff. I was like, okay, but like
Yeah.
still very unfortunate for all of you guys. Yeah, I don't.
Do you have an
Um,
IQP location for next year for yourself?
yes, I do. I'm going away in C term, so we're
Okay.
hoping that that's okay.
Yeah.
But I know that like a lot of my friends now, actually in my year, are very concerned about their IQPs
Hmm.
because of everything. And like the thing is, like I mean, this is just like speculation and stuff, but like if something happens, like like and something happened with like the fall semester,
Hmm.
um, then it would be probably likely that like pretty much no IQPs would happen next year, including mine, because if we're not back during the fall semester, there's no way I'd be going away in
Hmm.
January. So that's my logic to that. I feel like it'll just be interesting with that 'cause it's really unfortunate because like probably at least A term people will have to go through what you guys did.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they'll be like notified beforehand instead of like
Hmm.
attacked. But like we've had like they've like said stuff, but of course it's not like very helpful because they don't really know yet. So
Yeah.
there's like yeah. we're gonna do our best. And we're like, thanks. So yeah, but
Well, thank you for taking the interview. Like my group and I really appreciate it.
no problem. I've wanted to, because like I knew like when I was like seeing all the stuff, I knew like a lot of IQPs had to like switch to like coronavirus stuff or something, and I'm like if I can do anything to help, I definitely will, because it's just very unfortunate. So
Thank you. We really
of
appreciate
course.
it.